Greetings and welcome to another episode of Catholicism and Coffee. I am Stephen Kaczynski.
I am Beth Kaczynski.
We talk about Catholicism, all things Catholic, and enjoy some great brews. Today we're going to be doing a review of Zootopia, Disney's Zootopia 2.
Yeah, so I had a question. Who's the patron saint of Zootopia? Is it St. Patrick because they got rid of all the snakes, or would it be St. Francis of Assisi because of the animals?
I would say St. Francis of Assisi.
Do you think it's St. Francis? Yeah, I think he's a good choice. And we're in the Jubilee year of St. Francis of Assisi.
Yeah, as stated by the Holy Father, Pope Leo the 14th. Was it yesterday, I think?
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. So, Zootopia 2.
Yeah. Zootopia 2.
So, for those who have not seen it, it is a sequel to the Zootopia film that came out in 2016, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yay. You can know all the new movie facts. I'm just here for, I don't know what.
No, I think it's 2016.
Yeah, that sounds right. So Zootopia is a land where animals now run everything, and Zootopia is the name of their big city. And in the first film, we follow a character named Judy Hopps. As her name indicates, she is a rabbit. She has this dream of becoming a police officer. And we see her as a kid. She grows up. She goes to the police academy. She does pretty darn well. She learns how to do some hard things despite how she's at a disadvantage because most of the police officers in training are these very large mammals.
Yeah, like polar bears, elephants.
Yes.
The polar bear trainer was one of my favorite characters.
Yes.
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah. But then, Judy she becomes a police officer, and she starts her job, and she's got some challenges, and then she takes a case, which she does not have much to go off of, and then she enlists the help of a fox who she met on her first day, who's a popsicle hustler.
Yeah, he's a roguish hustler who kind of takes advantage of systems because he dealt with a lot of hatred and prejudice on his own, named Nick Wilde.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And one thing that was refreshing about the first film, and they actually keep this consistent for the second one. There's the trope of the girl boss, the hero's journey and stuff like that, where she doesn't have to overcome anything except, she was great all along. No, she had to overcome stuff. She just had to think better. And that was her advantage of thinking versus she couldn't do it with Braun because little bunny, she's going to get beaten up by a ram or a buffalo.
Yep. But anyway, of course, in the first film, Judy and Nick work together to solve the missing mammal case. Yes. And of course, there's some fallout with that because they think, all these predators are turning back to their savage ways. And Judy makes a big mistake, which she then has to go back and correct after she goes home, learns some new information about what's actually going on with the predators and the prey and the night howlers.
Yeah. So they find out more and they solve the case and find out what's really been going on. Watch the first one. It's a good little movie.
Yes. And then at the end of the first film, Nick Wilde becomes a police officer and now he and Judy are partners, which brings us to Zootopia 2, where Nick and Judy are now working together and they're police partners. Yay!
Yes. This takes place a couple of weeks after the first film.
It wasn't quite clear how long it is, but now Zootopia is having their centennial celebration. The city is 100 years old.
Yeah. And there's a big to-do. The mayor, Wind Dancer, who is was this action star and such. It kind of reminds me of Idiocracy. To have this, because in that film, the president is like this actor of a different variety, and such. So he's this celebrity president, and in this, it's a celebrity mayor. I'm pretty sure those people like Idiocracy because there's a lot of certain things. I'm just like, you pull that from Idiocracy, and I'm okay with it, even though I get what the movie was trying to do. It's not a good movie, but I appreciate you pulling that reference.
Yeah. So then a big question or point that's brought up early in the film is we haven't seen a snake in Zootopia in 100 years because Zootopia is a city for mammals.
Yes. So we didn't have reptiles at all.
Nope.
So that was a big question. Well, where the heck are all the reptiles? And this film actually goes to answer that question.
Yes. And then Judy believes she spots a snake in Zootopia. So she's worried. And of course, everyone's like, oh, snakes are bad. The snake's coming. They're going to cause damage. This is a terrible thing. And then Judy, of course, comes face to face with the snake within the first 20 minutes of the film, and then learns things are not as they seem because the snake says, I'm not here to hurt anybody.
Yeah. Played brilliantly by Kyuhee Kwan. Yeah. He's a very kind snake. And it was great to have the cast back from the first one.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a lot of, as I said in the film, there's a lot of references to other movies, the way they did it, and it made me smile, being the movie buff that I am. But anyway, in the film, not all as it seems, and it comes back to kind of bite Judy in the hindquarters and Nick as well, and he kind of, he still has some of his ways where he's trying to weasel his way out of something. But he actually goes for the more noble thing of saving Judy, making sure she doesn't sacrifice herself so much that just for the right cause, justice, which is actually justice in this film. It's not. We could all get behind this.
Yeah, because Judy, she always wants to do the right thing. If there's a problem, she wants to solve it. She puts her job on the line quite a few times. But she cares a lot about the truth. She cares about doing what's right for everybody.
That's a big theme in this film, is doing what's right for everyone, finding out the truth, the friendship, because there's a lot of friendships developed in this film, and it's done actually quite well. It's not a headache-inducing preaching moment either, which was so refreshing, because certain films have not done that. In a film in a year of slop, this was a nice change.
Yeah. So the film did come out last year in 2025, I believe in November. Yeah. We were a little late to see it.
Yeah, we waited a little bit because we wanted to see.
Wanted to hear what the critics were saying first.
We wanted to hear what people were saying. Critics that we trust, people in our family and inner circle, to say, "Oh, wow, this was really good." Got some ringing endorsements, and there were some who said, "Well, it's good." And I said, "Okay, well, I'll take good at this point." And I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Yeah. Which was always nice.
Yeah. And I was a huge fan of the first movie. I think it's underrated by Disney standards. It seems to be getting a little more love now. They've got some attractions coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom in the next few years.
They have one right now.
Yeah, they have one right now. We haven't been on it. We can't say.
I have not heard good things, but I'll want to test it myself and give my own personal thoughts.
Yeah. So what can Catholics take away from Zootopia, or Zootopia 2 in these purposes?
Well, one major thing is it's safe for your kids. Parents, I know you have these concerns that the studios are going to try to indoctrinate your kids. They won't. Not in this film. It's actually doing what Disney used to do very well, which is teach important lessons about friendship and telling the truth, and actually, doing what you're supposed to do.
Uncle Walt would be proud of this film, I think.
Walt Disney would be very pleased with this film. He'd actually probably get a kick out of it in several ways. So So focus on those things, and just sometimes, I forgot who said this, but it was like, if you're going to do the right thing is not always going to be easy, and because then everyone would be doing it. And this is very much shown in this film. It's not told very often. It's shown, which is a key importance of filmmaking. I had it hammered in my head when I was studying screenwriting. Show, don't tell. Show, don't tell. I wonder if my film professor is watching. He might. Hi, boss. If he is. But yeah, we were beaten over the head with that, so that way we didn't screw it up. And they don't do that in this film, which was quite pleasant.
Yeah. Another thing we touched on earlier, but this whole seeking the truth, finding out what actually happened. And seeking the truth is something that is so important for Catholics. Of course, our truth is going to be very different from the truth in a world where animals talk.
Yeah, but the morality is the same.
Yes.
The core morality of doing the right thing. Don't steal credit for things that aren't yours.
Yes.
There's the minor spoiler there.
Yeah.
And just take care of each other. And Nick and Judy actually do that. It'll be interesting to see what Zootopia 3 is going to be like. And if anyone's like, are they going to really make a Zootopia 3? After the money they've made, they are going to make a Zootopia 3. After the box, it's been said by insiders that after the box office dropped for the first weekend, they rush production. They're like, let's go. Let's get Zootopia 3. And there is a post-credit scene, which pretty heavily implies what the next animal group that will be covered in Zootopia 3.
Yes, they left it very open for a potential sequel.
Yeah.
And if the Zootopia 3 is as good as Zootopia 2, I will not be upset that they're doing a third one.
Yeah, no. It was a good sequel. So
Yes.
That'll be my review. It's a good sequel. It was nice to see as many of the cast members come back, not just Idris Elba and Jennifer Goodwin and Jason Bateman. I couldn't remember his name for a moment. But it had the villain from the first one come out, and she was in a very Hannibal Lecter type moment, which made me smile.
Yeah.
I love those. I love Silence of the Lambs. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of characters from the first film who came back for the second, and they weren't major characters, but they also weren't just cameos thrown in for the sake of having them. They had a purpose.
Yeah, all of them were done really well. And I looked through the films, IMDb and the cast. There's a lot of people in there I didn't realize were there. I was like, holy crap. Well, I have Jean Reno. And I was like, all right, I love the professional, Leon the Professional. So I was like, oh, sweet. And of course, Ke Kwan and other returning actors, including Patrick Warburton. Maurice LaMarche from the first one returns as Mr. Big, and I was very pleased about that. And he was used well. A lot of the returning characters were used in a smart way.
Yes, and it made sense with their character from the first film.
Mm-hmm.
So another small spoiler, we're going to see our favorite sloth, Flash, driving his car again.
Actually, friend of the show and fellow contributor Christopher Chance did ask if do they have to deal with the DMV sloths in Zootopia 2. Flash is the only one who comes back, although there is a visual cameo by Priscilla.
Yes.
Who was voiced by
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell in the first one, but she does not have any lines in this one. Yeah. But she appears in the movie. Mm-hmm. Oh, Shakira's back too, to do her thing. And they ended the end title sequence almost the exact same way, which I hope they don't do that for the third movie because it gets old.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, this is taking too long.
Yeah, but they're not going to make another visit to the DMV. Even though the sloths of the DMV is a highlight of the first film.
Oh, it was one of the best parts of the movie.
It's actually in a grad school class, and we were talking about how the DMV would be a more pleasant experience if it were run by sloths.
It's true. Because they're very happy-go-lucky creatures.
Yes. And I could forgive them for being slow.
Yes, because they're like, well, there's not much for you to do. And one thing that I think helped this film is they had a lot of the behind-the-scenes people come back. In the first one, they had to do a major redo because they originally focused on Nick Wilde, and then they changed the focus to Judy Hopps in the first one, and they had another director come in and touch up. He came back. One of the directors did not from the first one because he's now working for another company and doing okay. So it was good to have, I think all the writers were the same. So that was nice.
The main people, director, producer, writers, the names, they were not the same, they looked very familiar.
Yeah.
And I'm not as familiar with the names of who's done the more recent Disney films. So if I recognize the names, it means you probably directed or wrote or produced something good.
Yeah. It was a lot more. So they were playing it safe. They were sticking to the original stuff that worked with the first movie, which is smart. And one thing that was good is they didn't have to redo the entire movie 8 times, unlike say Elio or Lightyear or something like that. They didn't have to redo everything, so the film got a bigger profit because it didn't cost as much.
Yeah. Another thing I liked is there's been several Disney sequels that just introduce a bunch of new characters, which the new characters are not bad characters, but it takes away from the pre-existing characters, at least in my opinion. Zootopia, yes, they've got a few new characters, but they didn't take over the entire film.
No. The only characters were one of the Lynxes.
Yeah.
Nerd Wind Dancer had some screen time, but not a ton.
Yeah.
It was appropriate for his character.
Gary DeSnake.
But I thought he was used appropriately.
Yes, there was a good balance of new and the characters we know and love.
Mm-hmm. It was done well.
Yeah.
So there you go. Let's see what you all are saying in the comments. Judy Hopps could easily be the name of female-owned brewing company. I just thought of this when her name was mentioned. You're not wrong.
Someone tell Disney that they need to have a beer called the Judy Hopps.
They should. Celebrity president definitely doesn't sound like the real world. Well, that's not anything new because we had Ronald Reagan in the 80s. They have to deal with yes, we did. Maybe in the third film, sloths can be used in the antagonist. It is revealed that the sloths are responsible for delayed government initiatives. A humorous thought I had. I don't think they would be the antagonists. No. They could be a cog in the machine.
Don't villainize the sloths.
Oh, let's not villainize them. It's more like the dumb, silly people who make things a little bit worse. Wow, we are really out of focus. Come on, guys. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Okay. Technology,
yeah. It happens. So, any other questions for the movie and our thoughts on it? Do you have any additional thoughts?
So we've given a lot of praise. Where are your criticisms? You've got to have them.
I've got a few. They missed a perfect idea for a joke. They edged on it, and I'm like,
okay, what was the joke?
Okay. So there was a point where one of the villains of the film is talking to Mayor Wind Dancer, and he's like, "Did I back the wrong mammal?" I'm like, "Just say, did I back the wrong horse? It would have been funny." And most of us would get the joke, but no, you ignored it. You silly people. At the beginning, I thought Mayor Wind Dancer was annoying. I am not. In my college years, Patrick Warburton was sort of an obsession for some of my classmates and my film professor, because they love Emperor's New Groove. I find Patrick Warburton annoying. Usually. And at first I was not a fan. I'm like, oh, for the love of all that is holy, who is this cat? Let's get him out of here. But he grew on me like a fungus, but he grew on me. So that was one of my major annoyances. I think they spent a little too much time in certain scenes and could have expanded upon others. They did have a well-executed twist. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Mm-hmm. And I thought the twist made sense.
But yeah, it made sense. It was actually executed well. It was good writing overall.
Yeah, because there are some twists in movies where it's just like, this is stupid.
there were a couple of points where they were over explaining things, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "That guys, calm down.
Yeah.
Let your voice actors do what they do best."
Yeah, and one thing I wish they would have expanded on this, I don't think it made the movie worse. It's just something I would have liked to have seen. Give Nick Wilde a little more backstory, because we know all about how Judy was a kid. She dreamed of being a cop, then she had to go through the police academy.
Yeah.
Whereas I thought, oh, maybe we're going to get more backstory about Nick this time, but we really didn't. So all we really have is that scout meeting from his childhood, and that basically forms his entire character.
Yeah, they could have done a little bit more.
Yeah.
Nick and Judy actually have really good chemistry. The voice actors really make it work. I don't know if they read together. I would be happy.
Yeah, I think they do record together.
That would be good.
Yeah. I thought I saw a picture or video of that.
Yeah, so if they're recording together, that's good. That makes it a little bit more organic, and that makes it better. There are a couple of times they edge into the romanticism between two characters. I'm not sure if that's what they meant. I would actually be okay either way. Maybe they'll explore that in the third film. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are a couple of moments I'm just like, okay, you're guys, calm down. They were falling into the millennial oversharing their personal feelings and such. At least they're not crying in hallways every 5 seconds, unlike certain other shows that I shall set fire to if I was ever given a match. Let's see. That's my review overall.
So, good movie.
Good sequel.
Good sequel, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It did good expanding the universe and actually doing some world building, which was nice. Because they touched on it in the first film, but they expanded upon something that was touched on in the first film, and they actually did more with it and gave that part a backstory, which was done really, really well.
Yeah. One thing I appreciate about Zootopia is it's good for kids. It's something adults can appreciate too.
There are a lot of good jokes in there.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo even shows up for a little bit, and he's fun. He's always he's a trooper.
And always good lessons with Zootopia. And the first one just got the try everything, try even though you can fail. Don't be afraid. Mm-hmm. And that's something I think as Catholics we need to keep in mind. We can't be afraid to do what we're called, even if it seems hard.
Yeah.
And Judy in the second one, she's not afraid to go and do the right thing, even though she's taking a lot of risks, and even though finding the truth can be hard and scary at times.
Absolutely. Okay. Either that, or it can be honey badgers as antagonists, as a metaphor for society's decline of morals because of the whole honey badgers don't care slogan. That is entirely possible. I don't think that's what they're going to go with, but it would be cool. Let's have a honey badger villain, because we had a sheep as a villain in the first one, and we have a different kind of mammal in this one. So let's have the honey badgers. They don't care. Patrick Warburton, I hope I spelled his name correctly, I have no idea, is an underrated voice actor. Every character I've watched him play cracked me up. Well, you and mostly everyone else. I'm just the only one with a... I guess I'm just too grumpy for my own good.
It's okay. Everyone's got a mainstream actor they dislike.
I have many.
Yeah, you have many.
I have many. Disagree via email. We have several people on a few. We do some housekeeping.
Yes, we forgot to do that at the start.
It's all right.
All right. So if you like the show, please comment, like, subscribe, follow our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page, and you'll learn about what else is going on at Catholicism and Coffee.
Yeah, we have why don't we highlight a couple of things we're working on?
Okay. What did you have in mind?
We're working on a new book. I can't divulge details yet.
Yes, but it's going to involve a fandom we both are rather fond of and the Catholic faith. Details to come hopefully next month.
Yes. Not the next episode, but maybe the episode after that we'll actually be able to talk about it more.
Yes.
And keep buying our books. That would be nice.
Yes, so definitely check out Film Forming Faith. If you like hearing us talk about movies, you get an entire book where Stephen shares his thoughts on certain films.
Yeah. And speaking of movies, any profits from our books are going to fund a film that we have been developing. The script is pretty much done. Just movie making is not cheap.
No.
We don't spend exorbitant amounts of money. We actually have a planned budget. We'll be going over that. We may even do a whole stream about it. We'll see.
Yes.
And we'll go into deeper detail on that. We're not going to spoil the whole movie because that would be silly. What would be the point of us spoiling it? And then you go see it and you're like, well, I know exactly what's going to happen.
And another book that you could possibly think about. I know we're in ordinary time now for 2 days, but Lent will be here before we know it. We have a Lent devotional called Penitence, so check that out if you're looking for a good Lenten read.
Yep.
And maybe you're wanting to journal this Lent. We've got 2 journals called Praying with Saints. We've got one with quotes from female saints, one with quotes from male saints. So get one or both.
Yeah, nothing wrong with looking at the wisdom of either gender saints, because there are plenty of wise things from saints, including our friend JP2 here.
I don't have a saint quote on mine. It's Mother Angelica. Yeah. Hopefully a future saint.
Yeah. Or alternative carnival. Yeah.
Yeah, I know some people celebrate Christmas till Candlemas in February.
Yeah. A couple of people who watch our show do that. Yeah. So we're in that weird time period. So we'll hopefully have some cool things to talk to you about. We'll be back in a couple of weeks to I'll be doing another chapter of my book, Film Forming Faith, because we did It's a Wonderful Life last time. Yep. We'll pick another one to do this time.
Yes.
We haven't decided which chapter yet.
And if you've got other ideas for episodes, there's other things you'd like us to talk about, movies you'd like us to review, let us know. We're always looking for ideas.
Yeah. Carnival used to be a Catholic tradition, much like Mardi Gras, before drunks ruined it. It's true. Those heathens.
Yeah. Secular world ruins a lot of things.
It's true.
I start Christmas in is it September now?
Don't talk to me about it.
Okay.
They ruined my birthday month, those jerks.
I'm sorry. Oh, Lent is coming. You love Lent.
Yeah. All for woe and lamentation. Plus, it's easier to get dressed for Sunday Mass.
Not everybody dresses according to the liturgical colors.
They should. It would be easier to get dressed for Sunday Mass. Follow me for more church fashion advice. Always a pain to pick out socks. Anyway. That was a fun stream.
All right, so check out our episodes, check out our YouTube and Facebook pages for upcoming things, and go check out our Amazon page and all the books we have there.
One day get on a bright green suit to wear during ordinary time. I am only brave enough to wear green shirts and green ties and green socks. You are not getting a green suit. I don't want a green suit. But if you do get a green suit, you will wear it on stream, Christopher. If I have to see this and suffer it, I'm going to make the whole internet suffer with me. Because I'm just that kind of guy. Anyway, in the meantime, be bold, be brave, be courageous, enjoy your beverages. Prayers for some other Catholic influencers, especially the Kim family. They just lost their son, Micah. Yes. But apparently Micah seems to be working some miracles. So follow his page. He's got some cool stories coming up there.
Paul J. Kim.
One day, that's a dream guest to have on the show. And also the Everett family. Their son John Paul was diagnosed with some kind of cancer. Was it lymphoma? But fortunately, it appears that everything's clear there, so that is awesome.
Yes.
Hopefully, there won't be any resurgence. So pray for their families. pray for us.
We pray for you.
We do pray for you every night.
Yes.
And in the meantime, be bold, be brave, be courageous, enjoy your caffeinated beverages, and leave with be careful what you wish for. That is a oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
I shouldn't have done that.
No, you should not have.
I shouldn't have. Oh well. Anyway. God bless.
God bless.